All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled What's Your Non-Sexual Value? Some of you ladies, when y'all get triggered when people ask you what you bring to the table. And a lot of y'all don't, a lot of y'all bring up stuff that's not valuable to a relationship, especially because you're taking this stuff out of context on purpose because you're lazy. Because what's happening is people asking you, what is your non-sexual value? When you meet somebody, what are you doing that's not sexual to keep them coming back? What are you doing that's not sexual to keep them loving you? And see, some of y'all, why I gotta do anything? But see, here's the problem. Y'all don't love unconditionally. Y'all don't even want to give people the time of day if they don't fit superficial criteria. And if they don't fit and the people that fit your superficial criteria, they don't have to do much because your whole criteria of relationships is all superficial. You just wind up in long relationships with people that you don't like because they fit some superficial standard that you like. You never look deeper. And when people ask you, what are you bringing? How considerate are you? Why do I have to be considerate? Well, who wants to be in a relationship with an inconsiderate person? You want to answer me that? See, it's valuable when you're with somebody who's considerate because that means they care about you, whether you're in or out the room. They're thinking about you, whether you right next to them or you're far away from them. You know, that's very simple. But a lot of you folks are inconsiderate. And see, when I say what is your non-sexual value, here's the problem. This is what I mean by lazy. It should be already in you. A man doesn't have to jump through hoops to find out if you're considerate or not, if you're selfless or not, if you're intelligent or not, if you can communicate or not. He doesn't have to pass a bevy of tests to see your value. You get what I'm saying? Like, really? If you actually a caring human being, he has to jump through hoops to see if you're a caring human being? No. It's already in you. And why people are tripping is because when somebody's asking what is your non-sexual value, you don't have one. Or you never practiced on it because you focused on your superficial sexual value and you got comfortable and you got lazy and you didn't do much. So it is hard to meet because I'm talking about grown folks, not young folks. You're going to hit an age where you're going to be sitting at a table talking to a person and realize they too smart for me. They're talking about something that I can't even understand. All I can do is blink my eyes and look pretty, and I hope they're going to take my sexy. And in their mind, they're looking at you like, I just wasted my money going out with this dummy. And I know some people feel like, well, he should be able to teach me something. Something, yes, not everything. That's the problem. You see, some of you ladies offer up your education as if it's valuable to a relationship when it's not. You know why it's not? Because they're not considering marrying you. They're trying to figure out if they're going to even be in a relationship with you. That your degree does not help them connect with you as a human being. And if you got such an education but you really don't get that part, people got to question your IQ. That's a problem. What is your non-sexual value? When people talk about cooking, oh, I don't want to cook. It's funny how you don't want to cook, but you want to eat somebody else cooking. It's funny how you don't want to cook, but you want somebody to take you out. So basically, you're a liability when it comes to that. You can't do that. Okay, so if you can't do that, can you clean? Well, why I gotta clean? See, American society in general has become super lazy to the point where you think you winning in life if you put an app in your phone to get somebody to get your groceries for you. You can't drive yourself nowhere no more because you see, I just need an Uber. You got a car, don't you? I mean, unless you drinking and drive, unless you drunk, I don't understand. See, people put themselves so up here in the world that they don't do nothing. Nothing. Do your own hair? Huh? No, I can't do that. Do your own nails? No, I can't do that. At some point, some of y'all ain't gonna brush your own teeth no more. You ain't gonna. Y'all gonna get a surrogate to brush your teeth and shit. Y'all think this is coming to America? Can I wipe my backside today? No, Your Highness. Like, you tripping. So what's your non-sexual value? You know, what happens, where's your character when you face adversity? Because a lot of people, I will be a great wife. Well, here's the problem. Your character says you're only there for better. You're not there for worse. Your character says you're only there for richer. You're not there for poorer. Your character says, you know, you're there in health, but you're not there in sickness. Your character says you're an opportunist, so till death do you part. It's not really you. So what is your value? And cats see this all the time. And y'all wonder why these guys are not committing to relationships with you ladies nowadays is because you have no non-sexual value. What you're offering is sex, and he's dating multiple women that he can only get sex from. There's nothing that makes that man want to stay with none of these women. Because he can have 5 different women, and I can guarantee you, the 80% of what those women are offering that man is sex. Now you flip this around, because you ladies, y'all look at men, and y'all look at them for the most part for their non-sexual value. One guy's in your phone to take you out. One guy's in your phone to talk to you. One guy's in your phone, you know, how can I say this? To help your ego and boost your ego, stroke your ego, your self-esteem, or whatever, right? One guy's in your phone, at least, and I'm just saying at least, this is a minimum. You know, that's sleeping with you. You get what I'm saying? One guy's in your phone is expanding your horizons and opening your mind. But you're taking from all the people in your phone. You're not giving them anything. And the guy who feels like he's a winner out the bunch is the one that's having sex with you. But then when you're meeting guys and you liking them and all they want from you is sex, is because you don't offer anything else but sex. And I got to ask, what is your non-sexual value? Because I know there are grown women to this day right now that I know that are suffering from 2 specific things. One, she was the woman who felt like, oh, when you become my man or my husband, I'm going to actually show you my worth and value that has nothing to do with sex. The problem is she was a damn lie because she never practiced on none of that stuff. So as men get older, it's like, oh, you just playing. You can't do none of that stuff. And when you put the woman to the test, what happens? Well, as a man, you should teach me how I should do this. And as a man, you should teach me how to cook. You should teach me how to clean. You should teach me how to dress like a wife. You should teach me how to carry myself in public. You should teach me how to have an intellectual conversation if you was going to be my man. But then you the very same women that say stuff like this. I'm not raising no grown-ass man. So y'all hit a wall because you too grown to be getting taught all this stuff. You should have known this by now. You should have a non-sexual value. Right? And then you got the women who were lazy because they focused on their looks. They got approached so much they never worked on self-improvement. And what happens is, you know, they went from fine to socially awkward because all of the places they felt like their looks could take them, they were fish out of water. They couldn't be around those brains. They couldn't be around that work ethic. They couldn't be around that intelligence. They couldn't be around how can I say this? That cleanliness. They couldn't be around those manners. They couldn't conduct themselves properly in those spaces. And then they realized, oh, I got a lot to work on. This is part of the trope of having the pretty young girl on your arm, and and she just shuts up and sits down and looks good because she's socially awkward. She doesn't know how to do anything. She doesn't bring anything to the table besides looking pretty. So this is why I ask, what is your non-sexual value? Because some of you ladies are mad that you're getting cheated on, but how can you be mad when all you got is sex? That's all you got. And if it goes, the older you get, the worse it gets. If you got kids, the worse it gets. Even with the kids part, this is your non-sexual value. If you're a single mother, you should have a whole lot of non-sexual value. But there's a lot of single mothers out here who have as much non-sexual value as single women who think their looks who think that their looks is gonna get them by for life. Because guys can tell us about how you treat your kids, how you raise your kids, the things that you prioritize over your kids. This is, part of that mantra of ladies talking about, oh, I don't want a man to meet my kids. It's not. You know what? To some degree, it is a fear that you don't want to introduce people soon. But there's also this backhand fear of, I don't want him coming to my house and see that I keep a dirty house. I don't want to see him come to my house and see, I'm looking like $1 million and my kids look like that their account is overdrawn. That says a lot about you as a person. I don't want this man to walk into my house and my bedroom got all the great gadgets and my kids' room look like a shanty town. Because he gonna look at me like I'm some kind of way. Because that means I'm supremely selfish. So it's all about me. And he ain't gonna want to be with somebody like that. He damn sure ain't gonna want to be in a relationship or marry or play stepdaddy to that. Because some of y'all talk about taking care of y'all kids. Y'all don't even take care of y'all own kids. With or without child support. Because in your house, we see where your priorities lie. That's just what it is. So, what is your non-sexual value? And that's how we know if you're a good mother or not. What is your non-sexual value when we take you out? How do you treat the fellow human beings in the room with you? You a jerk to the waiter, waitress? You're no good. How is somebody taking you out for a free meal and you're an asshole to strangers that you don't know and you're getting a free meal out of it? What's valuable about that? We talking long-term stuff right now. And the problem is some of you have been getting off the hook with bad behavior for so long, you get mad when people don't want to rock with you and your bad behavior. It's like a shock to your system. It's appalling that nobody wants to be with a jerk. And then, as you get older, all these men wanted sex. Not really. Truth be told, those men figure I'm going to get some sex out of this because I'm wasting my time with a person who ain't worth nothing but sex. See, this is the thing about non-sexual value that guys have been saying for years and people don't want to listen to. A lot of you ladies think it's okay to waste men's time. Using sex as the dangling carrot. And he's not looking at your sex as the dangling carrot. He's looking at you, the person. Because what's happening is, oh, you could have me one day if all of this could be yours, and it's like, all of what? All of what? Like, you don't cook, you don't clean, you don't call, you're inconsiderate, you can't have a conversation, you're not intelligent. You bringing no value to my life besides sex, and I'm gonna marry you. You're not a good person. You're not helpful. You're not loving. You're not caring. And, for me to be all of these, for you to even have all of these things, what I have to do is spend some amount of money on you and hit a certain number of cash, gifts, and events for you to say, oh, the real me is just showing up. No, it was never in you. Like, where is the best of you that's non-sexual that money can't buy? Money shouldn't be able to unlock your humanity. That's an issue. You have no passion in life. You have no direction in life. You have no real dreams and aspirations. You have no plan. But you want to be a man's. But some of you ladies say you want to be a man's helpmate. But here's the problem. You don't know how to help because you never practiced on helping anybody. Everybody was supposed to help you. You never did anything for anybody. That's an issue. You ask guys, women, what did you just do for a man just out of the kindness of your heart in all your years of being a woman? I bet you some of y'all in y'all 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s can count your good deeds just because it was a man on one hand. What that tell you? I'm out, yo.